Hey guys, here. SDS had a stream tonight where they revealed the top 5 players at each position for the ratings. So let's go through the ratings reveal, slowly give our thoughts on the cards. Well, not necessarily slowly, but we'll go through it and give our thoughts on each card. So Sale is really nice because he's got that like kind of sidewinder windup that's a little bit tougher to pick up the ball than most normal like over the top pitchers. So one of his main strengths is that the 4-seam fastball coming at 96 is obviously kind of insane too. The slider, the 16 mile per hour difference between them two, they made mention of it along with the changeup. Basically a great repertoire for somebody that's going to kind of catch a lot of batters off guard. And his per nines, like, we got to readjust ourselves back down to, like, you know, base cards, right? And obviously he's an 88 here, but if this was like regular rosters, he'd be higher overall. So don't worry about the overall. That's kind of like just made up fake news. I wouldn't worry about overalls at all because you really want to look at the stats on the card because they kind of tell a different picture. Because there'll be some cards that'll come up when I'm like, well, this card's trash, and it's like his overall will be fine. But we'll get there when we get there, right? 99 break on that. I believe that should be on the slider, as this is just a wipeout slider. Let me see if I can't make myself smaller here so you can kind of see all of the stats a little bit better. We'll go right here. I think that should be fine for you guys. But this is nice. Somebody look video on the MLB The Show subreddit, put these together. So we'll be here for it. So per nines, hits per nines a little bit lower. Now you look at the home runs per nine, you're like, oh, 54. So 54 doesn't factor into overall. It doesn't mean anything this year. They had it in the game last year, and we complained because it was so hard that these random like balls that were hit off the bats would just like die. Even though, you know, you squared it up, it should come off the bat harder than it came in, but it ended up like not doing that. So home run per nine eliminated. Nice, good, because that was a terrible stat, but I don't know. There's got to be some way of changing, you know, and making like the pitchers that don't give up home runs, like the ability to make them not give up home runs. You mean like affected the number somehow. But home run per nine, it felt a little clunky for how they implemented it, and I'm glad it's gone. But anyways, Chris Sale here, solid card though. He's gonna miss a lot of bats because it's very hard to pick up. So Verlander right here, 95 mile per hour heat with a slider, change, and curve, right? The fearsome foursome, the 4 pitches you want on every pitcher, the slider, 4-seam changeup, like that combo right there is just the gold standard of the show. There's obviously other great pitches. You know, you got your changeup likes like your splitter, your fork balls, your slider likes like your cutter, but I don't love the cutter last year. We'll see if it changes this year. The sinkers, obviously god tier. 2-seamers aren't that good, but we'll get to like. We'll talk about 2-seamers in a second bit. But like his per nines a little bit better on Verlander versus Sale there on the hits per nine. Stamina solid too. So overall 99 break on him. Crazy, right? Like so many cards are getting 99 break. I can't say I love that, right? Cards starting the year at 99, like and that can't go over 100. Like there's other stats that we'll see and that we have that can go over 100, but break is basically stuck at 99. So I don't know. I personally like prefer maybe if they start him out a little bit lower. There's one major one, Erin Judge later. I'll go through him and we'll talk about that. But 97 mile per hour heat on him, slider, knuckle curve, changeup, very solid on Cole here. The thing about Cole is like I just feel like maybe he's easier to pick up. I didn't like pitching with him, whether it's due to like maybe his ball on base per nine or control ratings. He seems to hang the ball a little bit, and I think he got beat up a little bit more for me than I feel like he should based off his stats and his stuff. But maybe that's just me being a bitter Pirates fan and how poorly our team is run. It's not anything on him. But Max Scherzer I definitely like a lot better than him. Per nines, obviously, god tier. 4-seamer at 96 to set the pace. And then he's got the other player, the other, slider, changeup, curveballs. And then he's also got a cutter on top of it. I prefer a sinker over a cutter. But, I haven't played 20 outside of the beta. So the sinkers were still good in the beta. But, maybe they've made changes, which I doubt. Jacob Degrom is number 1 at 92 overall. Like I said, it's not that big of a deal. 96 mile per hour 2-seam, basically matching his 4-seam. Slider, change, curveball otherwise. A fearsome foursome combo like we talked about. Throws righty, bats left. And his per nines, maybe not like as good as Scherzer. But I'm trying to see why due to the velocity differences, that's why they got him rated higher. A little bit better, ball on base per nine, control, but yeah, walks per nine. I don't know. They're basically the same overall, but I don't know. Who would you guys rather have, Degrom or Scherzer? Maybe Degrom because he's got 1 mile per hour faster. But anyways, that's the starting pitchers. Let's move on to the relievers. Let me make sure to get right here. All right, so Liam Hendriks, 83 overall, 4-seamer, 96 slider, curveball, no changeup. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Hits per nine, K per nine. I mean, he's a gold. I get it. It's not going to be as high as those 90 starting pitchers, but Yeah, not a big fan of this card. Probably won't be in my pen to start the year. Ken Giles, another one that won't be in my pen to start the year with four-seamer. Being a 97 mile per hour four-seamer, no off-speed pitch that isn't a slider. Really kind of like allows players to kind of like hone into pitches. Like you just like look for the straight pitch and then hit it, right? You don't have to worry about the speed change if the ball's going straight. You're just kind of like, all right, don't swing at the slider, swing at the fastball. It make it easier. Whereas Chapman, 98 mile per hour four-seam, and he's got what they call like a quirk that makes that faster. I don't understand why they can't just make the mile per hour and the pitch repertoire over 100 if they're going to give them over 100. Instead, you got to like look for the quirks to see guys who have different pitches that go faster than they really should. I don't know. I prefer to just accurately like place them on the thing, but Aroldis Chapman is going to be fast. So maybe I'll do a video on that kind of stuff going forward. Hits per 9 on 102 and K per 9, 109. So God tier per 9s. Obviously a little bit wilder than a lot of other pitchers, but you guys who've known that have played this game, you guys know how wicked Chapman is. Kirby Yates, four-seam, actually kind of slow on the four-seam. I like his splitter, slider, solid too. So good movement on those pitches. He has 99 break on him. Per 9s are solid too. Josh Hader's the number one reliever. Man, I don't know. I'm predicting a regression year for Hader, man. He got touched up hard at the end of last season. If he doesn't somehow work in more sliders into his game, like all he does is throw fucking fastballs now. When you see it, people just take advantage of it. He can't locate a slider. So if he can get like a changeup, otherwise this guy is going to be fucking downgraded hard this year if he can't make the adjustments. We'll see, I guess. Anything could happen, but man, that's let's just say he had a rough end of the year once batters figured him out. All right, the top 5 catchers. Mitch Garver, great hitting catcher, right? Especially against lefties, but man, these stats for a catcher. There's one other catcher that really kind of like matches it, but wow. Let's just say wow. Great. 80 overall. I don't know if an 80 will be like quote-unquote budget player at the start of the year, but great looking budget card. We'll see how much blocking at 59 does factor in because they said they added blocking and they made blocking matter more this year. Slow, but like most catchers are slow outside of like, a couple, one specific one. Gary Sanchez, great. I love this. Gary always seems to mash. 88, 90, solid stats right there. A great arm. And I think Ramon said 60 is average for major league catchers for stats. So 66 block is actually above average. So Gary Sanchez is definitely going to be the one I'm running with early on my squad. Contreras, a very solid, well-balanced guy. Obviously a little bit worse in contact against the righties. Vision slightly better than Sanchez, but a lot less power there. So won't be able to pop him out as easily as Sanchez. But Sanchez isn't like god tier power. He's in like over 100. Still 90 is very solid for him. But Contreras, I think a pretty serviceable catcher right there. Nothing special. I don't remember his swing being anything special. Yasmani Grandal, switch hitting catchers, worth their weight in gold. Discipline, I feel like, even though he draws a lot of walks IRL, I feel like discipline is so much on the player, and I think they made check swings a little harder this year, so you're going to swing a lot more. So discipline definitely doesn't really I don't really look at that stat that much. So even though it stands out, even though it takes walks in this game, because walks are basically depending on you choosing to swing or not swing, and the check swings are kind of like, there's not that big of a deal. There isn't that big of a difference between check swinging for balls and strikes, and you're going to be swinging a lot more. Discipline, I feel like, is a very, not useless, but under-needed stat. So the rest of it, high fielding, high reaction, high blocking, solid, arm strength a little bit low. So, I don't know. I really look for arm strength first in catcher. So, Yasmani, great switch hitter, but otherwise, he's got a lot of high catch stats that I don't really look at. But JT is the number one catcher, 85. He is the diamond for the catchers. High speed for a catcher. It's rare, right? Something we haven't seen since, Jason Kendall in the league. I mean, maybe we've had a couple, but a Jason Kendall archetype, pretty poor all around, 70s, 60s for hitting. I don't know. I don't really care that much. JT, I think he'll be solid. His finest card's really nice for me too, at least this year. But that card, stats don't seem to really play that much. Rizzo looks like trash. This is legit trash. I would not freaking put this card on my roster. I am not rostering Rizzo one bit. For a first baseman, you better have a fucking bat. You better have a fucking tool there. And he doesn't. Olsen, a little bit better. I consider Olsen more of a bench piece, a bench bat for me with the 94 power versus righty. But he is actually a really good fielder. Fielding at first base is omega low. I know they added animations for first baseman to turn double plays better. But we saw Frank Thomas dominate last year with his big frame. And Matt Olson's big too, 6'5". But fielding, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's bat first. But anyways, Matt Olson, great bench piece for me. But yeah, he struggles against lefties pretty hard. Goldschmidt, I mean, not like hard. He still has some power against lefties, but I don't like it. 80 power is not enough for me. Goldschmidt, a little bit better. Maybe you can like platoon Goldschmidt and Matt Olson if that's the platoon you want to go with. There's a lot of players that can be platooned pretty easily, but he's more of a balanced guy against righties. So if you're going to throw out there a right-handed first baseman, Goldschmidt is not a bad option. Doesn't have a great arm, but you don't really need one at first base. Speed, not overly fast, but not like zero. Pete Alonso, now this is the first baseman, like, right? He's going to go for a lot because he's a diamond right away, so his pull rate's going to be a little bit lower. But man, look at that power, 85. Woo. Man, if he was an 84, I'd be head over heels. Like, this is an absolute phenomenal card. This just makes me fucking hype. I am so excited for Alonso. Dude hits tanks. Over 100 against both sides. Just masher. And right, like I talked about with defense, and I could repeat myself there. And then the number one first baseman, Freddie Freeman, 87 overall. A solid all-around hit tool. Nothing too crazy, though. Bats left, hits righties a little bit better. But, like, these stats aren't going to be anything that you're going to write home about, right? Average all across the board. More like a jack-of-all-trades type of first baseman. All right, moving on to second base. So, overall, Freddie Freeman doesn't excite me in the pants like Alonso would. Or does. Gleyber, actually really, really nice. I like this Gleyber a lot. And he's got position flexibility. Look at these stats, right? He's like hits like a first baseman, right? I don't know how they got him so juiced. Probably because he's slow, right? Maybe you got to throw him at third base for that speed. I mean, you could try it in the middle infield, but I generally like a little bit faster guys to cover more ground to get to, like, ground balls, pop flies over their heads, the kind of those Texas leaguers that we see so much. So that is his main downside, is that 40 speed, but the hit tool is definitely there for him. So we like Gleyber. Jeff McNeil, a high contact vision guy, so kind of like a get on to base type of player for you. Discipline, like I said, is all based off, how our eyes work and not necessarily theirs. So we don't have to worry about discipline as much. But yeah, vision is really nice because that makes it easier to touch the ball, high contact. So I like it. I really like this McNeil. And like I said with Gleyber, position flexibility is huge. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Position flexibility is definitely huge, so he can go in many different places in case you need to bring the pinch hitter for somebody else. McNeil can like kind of switch around with him. But otherwise, solid. 51 speed is whatever. Ozzy Alby. The problem with Alby is, I want to like him. He's a switch hitter. But man, he just can't hit righties, right? Terrible. And righties are going to be like 60 to 70% of the players that plays online will be right-handed pitchers, right? So like Albies, maybe even 70, right? Is that 60 to 70? I need to know. It depends like how much Kershaws we get this year. And like free cards for how many lefties we're going to go against. So it depends on the card population out there. But anyways, like only Chris Sale was a starting left pitcher in the top 5 for a lefty. So that's 1 out of 5. So 80% righties there. But then you have relievers, but regardless. So good speed, fielding, solid reaction, arm accuracy, low arm, but you don't really need a huge one for second base. Shortstop, definitely not advisable there with that kind of arm. DJ LeMahieu, good contact versus righties, doesn't have a lot of pop there. Good vision, so gets on base, kind of slow there. I don't know. I'd pass on DJ also. There's some outfielders you can put at second base that may be better. Jose Altuve, boo, fuck this guy. All right, just go ahead and fuck yourself, Jose. Next up is Ramirez, third baseman. So the top 5 third basemen are all diamonds, all 85 or more. I want to like Jose. He's a switch hitter. His stats aren't that good, and his swing didn't feel that good for me when I've been using him the last 2 years. So somebody that's kind of like a jack of all trades too, right? You see he's kind of balanced all across the board. Didn't like him, even though he's got great position flexibility, but maybe he'll work. Switch hitters are nice, but I don't know. I didn't like a swing animation for whatever reason. Chapman, great defender. Not that great with the stick, so I'll probably avoid him right away. I like defense up the middle. The corners, I feel like I can get away with a little bit poorer defense. So even though Chapman has got 99 fielding, which I guess is deserved, right? The thing is, like, is Chapman the best fielding third baseman of all time? I think it's debatable. You got Brooks Robinson up there, Roland there. 99 fielding for his live series card. I feel like it's legit, but like, I don't know. It's tough. The greatest third baseman reaction fielding all time. 99. Literally can't get any better with any future cards. Not sure I love it for this video game, but I feel like the way they do live series, I really like it because they go up and down based off performance. But man, greatest of all time. Nat Chapman, I don't have as much of a problem as I do a couple other guys. So Alex Bregman, boo, go fuck yourself. Anthony Rendon, great stats. Great fucking stats right here. With the contact, great power against lefties. Righty struggles a little bit more against power. He's a right-handed hitter. I do like his swing. He can play second base too. Speed 43, and like I said, I got second base a little bit slower than you like to see. Fielding reaction, not bad either for Rendon. So great. Will be expensive. We'll see. I don't know. I might get him. Arenado. I love this card against lefties. Righties, he's like just above average, it feels like. Another great defender. Slow too, though. So not going to steal you many bases out there for Arenado. All right. Shortstops. Next up, Marcus Semien. Not great. Not a great hitter. Hits right-handed. 65 speed. Not bad. A little bit better than what we've seen. 49 arm at shortstop. I don't know. I'm not going to use this card. I don't like it. Xander Bogaerts. Like, solid hit tool. Solid arm. Bad fielding. Might bobble a couple for you. I don't know. Also not my favorite shortstop. Trevor Story. Like, I don't mind Story at all. Like, especially if you like, this is like my god tier platoon player last year, right? I platoon him like second, third base, shortstop, depending on who I'd have as a lefty to like start the game. Then he'd come in and like if they had a lefty on the mound, he'd come in and kind of like hit for them. Great fielder, flexibility, fast. So like this is like you want this card if you're facing a left-handed hitter. This is and he's got a great swing too. Baez, right? I saw some people got angry that he isn't the number one rated shortstop. Overall, great card, though. A little bit worse against right-handed hitters. Actually, pretty bad against righties. But great arm. Absolute cannon out there. Like, again, a 98 arm. I mean, to get a 98 arm, like, how many 99, 98 arms are there on the mound, right? There is basically 2. Hicks, Chapman, right? Maybe Hicks would be 99 for me on that arm. But, like, these guys aren't throwing 103 from shortstop, from the outfield, from third base, or whatever. I don't know. I personally don't like the rating so high right there at the beginning of the year because clearly it doesn't have 103 from shortstop. I don't know. That's what I think 99 should be. The maximum physical power a player can throw it. Max ever should be 199. Lindor is the number one. A well-balanced switch hitter. A solid player all across the way. Right? He doesn't really have anything weakness. Maybe you can argue his speed's a little bit too slow, but Lindor is number one for shortstop. So go ahead and get angry. Baez versus Lindor. I think Lindor looks better due to that vision. In my opinion, it makes sense why they're rated like that. All right, left fielder Tommy Pham right here. Now, left fielders are going to be rated a little bit lower, but like their hit tools are so amazing. I love the left fielders. You're going to see me. Pham does kind of suck, though. I won't be using this card. This is the card I'll be using. Like, I don't give a fuck. Low vision, low contact. These numbers. Smacking dongs. I love it. And then look at this. Like, 97 arm? Like, what? Why? Why are they making the arm so strong on everybody? When everybody has a strong arm, nobody has a strong arm. Stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid fucking Raider. Whoever rated this thing's a fucking idiot. Go fuck yourself. Speed 59. Pretty fast, too, actually. Not a bad left fielder. Great third baseman, like, especially with his fielding and everything. Great all around the fucking place. Maybe not center field with 59 speed, but I think he's okay out there. Soto is a goal. Some people are like, what the hell? But power versus righty. Good contact. His fielding really kind of hurts him. Doesn't have a great arm either, so he'll be able to be ran on pretty easily. Giancarlo Stanton, number 2 at 84, second best left fielder in the game. Good power, not that great power against righties, so I would argue, we'll see how many righties versus lefties there are out there, but Stanton's always been one of those guys when, like, he's cool and all, but I face so many righties with low vision, low contact, and only 88 power. Like, if this power was 104, I'll be much more comfortable. He'd be like an improved Gallo, right? But he doesn't have it, 104 power. But overall, otherwise, decent in the field, too. And the best hitting against lefties, JD Martinez in the game. 109 contact, 109 power versus lefties. This is definitely bench bat, right? Not fast, not good in the field, but god tier to come off the bench and smack a home run against your opponents. Whoever they bring in, Britton, Chapman, whatever lefty, Rivero if he's still in the game. All right, next up, center fielders. As a Pirates fan, I am sad. No Starling Marte. No Marte Partey anymore. So I'm just going to move on. Good arm on him. Wow. Springer. Boo, go fuck yourself. I hate everything you represent. Kettle Marte. Now, this is my second baseman, right? Like, if you had a choice, 86 overall, we'll see how much he goes for at the beginning of the game, but like second base, shortstop, like look at these stats here, right? These will go down, what, like a few percentage points, go down like maybe low 70s or 70 overall, depending on how bad of a hit it is out of position. Decent speed, too, for the middle infield. Solid center fielder. Don't get me wrong, solid center fielder, too. But I think second base, shorts, maybe middle infield is a little weaker. And a switch hitter. Yes. With those stats. But to be fair, there were some second basemen. Gleyber especially, as a budget card. Ronald Acuna. Wow. Fucking hose out there. Fast as fuck. Great hitter. Low vision, so that might be tough. Might be tough to get the ball on the some more contact because that vision. Foul them off. But yeah, overall great. I still think these fielding ratings are not necessarily for him, but for other cards. Mike Trout. Wow. Absolutely wow. I mean, as you should be, right? As you should be fucking wowed by this Trout. 112 power, it's like it's not even real. Like, Mike Trout's from a different planet, right? He's from Mars. We're all from wherever. Anus. Or is that Venus? 83 speed with those fielding stats. Like, I think they gave... To be fair to Trout, I don't think his arm is an 89. I think they gave everybody too high of an arm rating this year. But overall, amazing at the bat. Obviously, it's Mike fucking Trout. Highest rated card in the game. Yeah, Mike fucking Trout is really fucking good. That's an absolute fucking wow moment. All right, next up, Bryce Harper. Not very good hitting. He's got a sweet swing, though. I like Harper's swing. The problem is, will his sweet swing allow you to get home runs with only 80, 85 power? To be seen. You'll probably get some, but not as many moonshots as you want, right? You'll fly out a lot to the track, in my opinion. Aaron Judge. This is where I have a problem, right? 99 reaction. 99 arm accuracy. 97 arm strength. 95 fielding. So Aaron Judge. Literally the greatest right fielder of all time, you're telling me? You're telling me not a single person reacts to balls in the history of baseball in 120 years of the modern era reacts to baseballs in the outfield better than Aaron Judge. Nobody's got a more accurate arm than Aaron Judge in baseball history. 2 off of the perfect arm for strength and 95 fielding. I think the Raider is fucking terrible for fielding this year. Way too fucking high. Way too high for Aaron Judge. But, you know what? Low vision, good power. This is a great card, though. Great card, but I think you fucked it up. Mookie Betts. Another guy that maybe should be your second baseman, right? If you put Kettle at shortstop, Mookie at second. Mookie's 89, so he'll be expensive as fuck. Okay speed, not really that great, though. Again, perfect reactions, perfect arm accuracy, 97 fielding. What is your rating system? Fire him. Get a better play. Get a better rater. Vision 80. Solid contact. Yeah. Solid all around. Right? I don't know. Like, these things are mathematically generated, they say, with like the contact power, that kind of shit. There's no way all your stats say everybody is the same. Give them all 99s. There's no way. No way these are the best fielders of all time. Christian Yelich. Amazing against righties, struggles a little bit against lefties. Yeah. It was between Yelich and Belly. I think Yelich was probably going to win the MVP if he didn't get injured last year, right? Belly had a great start, but he kind of faded. 75 speed on him, too. Phenomenal. Right? Terrible in the field, though. Really, really bad in the field. But he smacks the hell out of righties. So somebody that late in the game you'll definitely want to bring in a lefty specialist for. Although the 3-batter rule means you can't. So not a bad idea to sandwich him between a couple of righties. Because he is going to just destroy right-handed pitching. And then Cody Bellinger, a little bit worse. Only 80s for the hit tool, right? This doesn't feel like as good as I feel like it should be, right? Another 99 arm. Greatest arm of all time. Roberto Clemente out there. SDS, what are you doing? 76 speed, so another solid speeder. Can play all over. Center field, maybe. 76 speed, maybe. Like, Yelich, 75 speed, can steal some bases. So can he play center? I don't know. I'm a little worried about the fielding on him, but, like, arm strength and right being that bad is as bad as that arm strength in center. So, Bellinger, if I had a choice, would I go Bellinger right or Bellinger center over Yelich? I don't know. That'd be a good choice. Maybe I'd probably go I'd go Bellinger right. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think Bellinger's center because of his reaction. Now that I think about it. His reaction's terrible. Yeah, Bellinger center, and Yelich in right. But overall, his bat's a little bit worse. Only 88 power. Yeah, bat's definitely worse than Yelich. But Bellinger has a really good swing. And then the final wrap it up. We got David Ortiz as one of those pre-order diamonds, the Digital Deluxe. If you watch my Digital Deluxe and which one to do, I suggest the Digital Deluxe. Definitely, you'll get a choice. So 86, he'll be a great bench bet, I think, to start David Ortiz when he's coming up. Absolutely phenomenal. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Call to action. Who are you guys getting? What are you guys doing early on? We'll maybe do some more stuff on that going forward once we see more of the in-depth ratings on these guys and is kind of like get more of the budget cards and see them if there's a database out there hopefully soon. But thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.